Hey, Kevin here with another Flippin' Dork Flips and Finds video where I show you different items to pick up really cheap thrifting and garage selling. I'm doing a lot of garage selling right now. And then I resell them on eBay and Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace and different places like that. Anyway, this week starts off with some eBay sales that are pretty good. And I'll start with this one right here. So this is a vintage Snoopy plush. Alright, so this is from 1968. It's in pretty good condition. A couple of little stains here and there, not too bad. I probably can't see because of the lighting, but there's a little one right by his nose, and maybe a couple of others, but I don't remember. I don't know. It's in pretty good condition. I found it at this, like, it was like a garage sale slash moving sale, but it was indoors. They had like a lot of old stuff. I got a few things there. I got several plushes. The plushes were only 50 cents each, so that's all I paid for this. And I looked them up, and it was worth about 30 bucks. So that's what it sold. And it actually went through eBay's global shipping program. I think it's going to Australia, if I remember right. And anyway, I had it listed for $34.95 of free shipping, and it had best offer set at $29.95, I think, and that's the offer I got, $29.95. So I decided to go ahead and just take it and be done. So it sold for $29.95 with free shipping. Now, since it's going global shipping program, I only have to ship it to Kentucky, which is not too far away, so it shouldn't cost too much. I imagine no more than $7 or $8, something like that. So it's not too bad. It's all said and done. I'll probably make about $20 on it, something like that. Okay, next item that sold is right here. It's actually the second time I've sold this. It was a return. It is these boots. These are Justin full quill ostrich boots. So if you see this type of leather, these little dots on it, that's full quill ostrich leather. And they're pretty decent. This one has like a pretty bad scuff right here. And anyway, I found this pair and a pair that was like python leather, had the snake skin on the bottom. And I got them at this resale, or not a resale, a hospice thrift. Well, I guess it's a resale, but it's a hospice thrift store. So I think all their money goes towards some hospice. And anyway, I've been there a couple times. The only time I ever bought anything was the first time I went there, and it was for 2 pairs of boots. And they were both $30 each, which was kind of pricey. Usually I spend like $10 or less on boots, sometimes $15, but usually, man, at garage sales you can get boots so cheap, sometimes $1, 50 cents, and they'll sell for 50 bucks or whatever. Anyway, I looked these up. The reason I was willing to pay 30 bucks is because both pairs I picked up were worth like $100 or more. And anyway, so I sold off the python boots a while back. I don't remember how much, like $120, $125, something like that. And this pair, last time I sold, a little under that. It might have been $110 or $120, something like that. Maybe it was $100 plus shipping, or I don't know. But basically, it was over $100. Well, the guy said that he just hated how they felt. He said there was like inserts in them or something, and just, he said, very uncomfortable, and he sent them back. So I'm feeling in there now. I can kind of feel it. There's like a really hard leather thing in there. I think that's just how they are. I think it's just because they're kind of old. So I don't know. Hopefully the person that buys them this time is going to be fine with that, or they have like an insole or something to go in there. So I don't know. If they get shipped back, I don't know. I think I'm just going to have to take the loss. It'd be a big loss by then. So like I said, I paid $30 last time. I'm thinking it was paid shipping because I just paid for them to return, and it was like $10.03. So basically I'm in them for $4 or $40.03, and I'm sending them free shipping in. They're probably going to be another $10. So then I will have 50 bucks in them. If the person returns them, I'll have to pay shipping again, and then I'm out, you know, $60 or something. So if they don't like it, I wouldn't want to sell them again, so I think I'll just cut my loss and let them keep it and refund and just be out $50 rather than $60. So I don't know. Hopefully they like them though. And I don't know. I never really, you know, put my hand in there and feel the insides of boots. I mean, they're almost always the same, but the one guy said that he thought these were really uncomfortable. So I don't know. I imagine you put an insole in there though, and they'll be fine. So we'll see. Okay, the last item that sold is right here. It is all bubble wrapped up. So I could show you a picture, but I don't have to because I found another one a couple days ago, so I can show you what it looks like. So at a garage sale a week or two ago, I bought a Cuisinart food processor. It's the DLC 10. It was $5. when I looked them up, people were separating them and selling them as parts. Okay, and that's because no one's buying a food processor from 1985, but lots of people out there have a food processor from 1985, and the lid broke, or they lost the blade, or the motor went out, or whatever. So I divided up my $5 food processor into a bunch of parts, and if they all sell, I'm gonna get like almost $100 out of the thing. Okay, so it looks like this. The other one has a DLC 10. This is a DLC 8, but I basically just completely parted it out. So the part I sold today is just this upper part. All right, so this actually comes off of the lid, which comes off of the bowl here, and there's the blade in there, and then there's a motor. So there's several different parts. They're all worth pretty good money. They're all like $20, $25 each. So just that little thing up here was, let's see, I was asking $26.95. I got an offer for $22, I think. And I come back at them at $24.50, and they accepted. So just this little thing up top sold for $24.50 with free shipping. And it's not very heavy at all. 1 pound 2 ounces, so it'll have to go priority, but it's not going to cost that much. I imagine it'll be $7 or $8, something like that. So that's not too bad. And because I divided out my food processor, it was $5. I'm considering the motor $2, then the bowl $1, and then the lid $1, and then this part $1, and then everything else, the blades and the book and all that, are all going to be free. So technically, I'm calling this $1. Okay, and it sold for $24.50. So that is not too bad. So anyway, that's a pretty good start to the week. Okay, now it is Tuesday, and I had some more sales overnight, so I'll show you. First one here is a stopwatch. You remember I got several stopwatches at a garage sale a couple months ago. They were all used. They were asking $1 each. I looked them up. They were all worth about $25, maybe $30, somewhere around there, mostly around $25. And I decided to put them at $24.95 plus shipping. I think I got 5 of them. One didn't work, but the other 4 I listed. And $24.95 with shipping. And didn't really get any action on them, so then I dropped the price to free shipping. And it didn't happen, I guess it was just bad timing, middle of summer. So then a few weeks ago, eBay had this sale where if you spent $25, you save 15% or something like that. So then I bumped the price from $24.95 to $25, and still no sales. Okay, so then a couple weeks pass, or however long it's been since then, and now that school's about to start up, I think, college and high school and all that, they're starting to sell. They all have watchers, and they are starting to go. So I sold one of these. So I paid $1. It sold for $25 even with free shipping, but it won't cost much at all because it's so small. It'll probably be, I bet, $2.66 to ship, something like that. So not too bad. Okay, second item that sold is another one. All right, this one is brand new, still in the package. This one was a AccuSplit brand, but it was a M100D, which was a little bit older one. This is an AccuSplit AX740. It was brand new. Got it at this guy's garage sale. He had everything inside. He had like a whole bunch of new stuff. I could tell he went to. You probably don't have Menards, but in your area, more than likely. But Menards is like Home Depot and Lowe's, but they always do these coupons, and they do rebate coupons, and a lot of times you can get stuff for free. And he had a bunch of that there, and he was selling it cheap. So I know this isn't from Menards, but I'm just saying he had like a bunch of new stuff like that. So he was kind of selling garage sale stuff, and he was like trying to make money off of things he got for free. So this was still brand new. I don't know if he just bought it and never used it, or he got a good deal on it, or what. But it was brand new. It was $3, but he told me by the time I showed up, he's like, everything's half price. You can have it for $1.50. So I bought it for $1.50, and I think I had it listed at $34.95 or best offer with free shipping. My best offer was set at $29.95. Someone gave me an offer at $29.95, so I decided to go ahead and take it, just be done. So it sold for $29.95 free shipping. Same thing, it will ship out. It might be a little heavier than this other one, so it might be $3.50 to send, so instead of $2.66 or whatever. Okay, the final thing that sold is this right here. Hopefully you'll be able to see them. This is, let me find the right one here. Yeah, this one right here. Okay. This is those Red Wing boots that I got at a yard sale a couple weeks ago. They were really beat up. like the other pair of Red Wing boots I had before were the same thing. It's like people wear them and they drag on the concrete, you know, and then they get torn up. The rest of the boot is in pretty good condition, like not bad at all. I mean, that tag is pretty clean. It's a little faded out, but not bad. They were really like dirty and just kind of dried out looking and all that, so I cleaned them up a little bit, and then I put clear shoe polish on them. But the front is terrible. I mean, it is chewed through so much that you can actually see the steel toe part right there. So these are really chewed up, but I figured I could still get good money. The last pair I had that were kind of like this, they went for, I don't remember, 20, like 25-ish, 30, I think, plus shipping. So it was like 40 something dollars when it was all said and done, something like that. But they weren't quite this shredded up. These were pretty bad, but I wanted to give them a try because at the garage sale they were only $1.50. So I bought them. I had them listed at, I think, $32.95 with free excuse me, $32.95 plus free shipping. And I had a best offer on there. The best offer was down at $26.95, somewhere on there, whatever it was. Someone was putting in offers, $19, $21, $22. They finally hit 25 or 26, whatever it was, my bottom. And then I saw that, and I come back with them because I didn't want to go too low because they're kind of heavy. So I countered at $28.95 for shipping, and then they didn't respond. I thought, oh well, that happened. And then today, so that was like last night, and then today it sold overnight. So anyway, they finally saw my counter offer and took it. So $28.95. So not going to be super great because I'm sure the box is a little heavy and maybe a smidge big. So I don't know how much that I'm going to make, but it's one of them deals where I wanted to experiment because they're so shredded up. I figured they probably wouldn't go for like amazing money. You know, they're not like $100 pair of boots. If they're in good condition, they might have been, $50, $60, $70. But because they're so torn up, I just wanted to see how much they could go for. So you could get about $30 with free shipping, even though they're torn up. So that's something to look forward to. Okay, so anyway, I need to get them shipped out. Also, there's some things yesterday I was unable to get shipped out. I was waiting on a few things, so I'm got a lot of work ahead of me. So anyway, let me go take care of this, and if anything else sells today, I'll drop it in the video. Alright, so these chairs have proven to be pretty popular. I've had a lot of people asking about them. I do have them pretty cheap. I bought them for 10 bucks. I had them at 50. I dropped them down to 45 to try to get them moving within a day. I probably should have kept them at 50, but there's all kinds of people asking, and now there's a lady coming by in probably about half an hour or so to come check them out. So hopefully she buys them, and I'll make, what would that be, $35 on them. So that's not too bad. So last night the lady did come by and bought the chairs for 45. And like I said, I paid 10 on them, so I made 35 bucks. So that's pretty good. So I'll definitely keep my eye out for sets of 4 chairs. I've noticed the tables I've been buying lately have not been doing well at all. I've been buying bad ones. I guess I'm learning what sells and what doesn't, but with tables, they got to be real wood or they got to be like really cool and interesting. If they're like kind of interesting but are going to need work, takes forever to sell. Just like that orange painted table right now with the tiles that are slightly cracked and all that. It was a terrible purchase. I shouldn't have purchased it. I knew when I bought it I shouldn't have, but whatever. I think someone might be coming by later today to buy them possibly, but I'm not sure. Okay, so anyway, I had some sales overnight and also some today. I'll show you what I sold. First one here is a tie. I think I got this at Goodwill. The brand is Eagle's Wings. I think it's like a Christian tie company or something like that. This one is called the Armor of God, or I think this model is the Armor of God. But anyway, got it for $2, and I looked them up, and there was one that had sold for like $22 or something like that. But by the time that I listed mine months and months ago, there was no others listed. So I did a Google search, and you could buy them new at like, Christian bookstore type places for like $21, $22. So I wanted to go a little under that to try to see if it would sell. So I put it at $19.95 with free shipping, and it still took a long time, but someone finally bought it for $19.95 with free shipping. Okay, second one here was kind of an experiment with a JanSport bag, and I actually got this at Ross. It's brand new with tags. It was really cheap when I got it. It was $7.06 with tax, so it was probably $6.49 or something like that when I bought it there. I've done well buying some shoes at Ross and reselling them, So when this was like dirt cheap, I wanted to experiment with it, and I bought it probably it was in the winter, probably around Christmas time. I don't remember if it was before or after. It took forever to sell, but now that the school season is starting to come around, it's selling. So now's a good time to start listing your calculators and book bags and things like that. Maybe back to school style shoes, things like that. So anyway, it finally sold, not for a whole lot of money, but it did sell. So it went for $25 with free shipping. Like I said, I paid $7.06, and I'm going to pay shipping. I'm not sure what it weighs. It may not even be a pound. I'm hoping it's not a pound, and then it can go first class. If it is, it's going to cost a little bit to send it out. So I should make at least $10 on it after fees and shipping and all that, I think. Hopefully, anyway. So, oh well. It was okay, but not as good as I thought. Okay, the next two items are interesting because I just listed them today, and they sold within minutes. So that tells me two things. They are really good sellers, and I was definitely underpriced. But I'm okay. I just need to get things moving. I listed some things last night that I thought were pretty good pricing, but they definitely are either not sought after enough, or I'm just a little high for someone to just, you know, purchase it immediately. So these were good prices. They moved quickly. Let's see. I'll start with this one. This is a calculator I bought at a garage sale a few weeks ago. Texas Instruments graphing calculators. They always do really well. Way better than Casio ones. This is a TI-89. I've never sold a TI-89. I've always done 83s and 84s. I had an 85 one time, but it was broken, and I had to refund and all that. But anyway, this is a TI-89. They actually have good value. If you find a TI-89 and list it right now, they are going for about $50 to $60. Mine did not, though. Okay, so I got it at a garage sale. I mentioned the story when I bought it. It was sitting on a table like this. I saw it and I was like, oh, perfect. It's a Texas Instruments graphing calculator. Then I look at it close. I don't know if it shows. See that little dot right on the screen? That's like a little chip or a scratch or something. Also, the back of the calculator and the case have U0510 etched on them, so it was probably part of like a classroom or something. Okay, so they had it sitting there. It was $5. When I looked them up at the time at the garage sale, they were going for like $35, $40. So now that back to school's come around, the prices really jumped. So I was like, $5, perfect, I'll do it. I'll grab it and just wait on it. I get home and check it out. No battery cover. Oh, what a bummer. Now the problem is that today when I went to list it, I completely forgot that it did not have a battery cover. You know, I had it all wrapped up, and I was just listing based off of pictures I had taken, and I didn't pay attention to that. So I'd almost clicked, you know, to list the item, and I double checked it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is the one that doesn't have the battery cover. So because of that chip, because of the etching, and because of the battery cover, I did not ask, you know, primo prices. I was thinking of going about $50 or $55, and then I was like, oh wait, it's got the chip, it's got the etching, and it's missing the battery cover. I just want it to move. I will put it dirt cheap, way cheaper than anyone else. I put it at $38.95 with free shipping, and it sold in like 10 minutes. I mean, it went quick. So I was probably a little underpriced, but that's okay. And I paid $5. I'm also going to pay shipping because I did free shipping. So it's not like an amazing return, but after fees and all that, I should make between 25 and 30 bucks on it. So it's still pretty good. But man, if this is in good condition, I could have sold it for probably $55 to $60. So even in bad condition, it will still, you know, make pretty good money. So that means my TI-83, I have one of them that I was waiting till the school season started to list. And anyway, I need to look that up and see what their prices are right now, because they're probably higher than they were. For a long time, they were going for about 25 or 30 bucks. The 84s is the one everyone wants. Those are like 60, 70 bucks. This 89 apparently is about 50 or 60. And the 83s, they were like I said, 25 or 30, but right now they might be higher. They might be like 40 something bucks or something around there, so I'll have to double check and get that one listed because I think it will sell quickly as well. Okay, the other item that sold, it's in the box. It's all bubble wrapped. I got it packed up last night. I had to test it, and I had to order a cable for it, so I had to wait a little bit. But I bought this last week, like 2 weekends ago, I think, at a garage sale. And this is the N64. It's the N64 system. It had the power adapter. It had an original style controller. It had like an aftermarket controller. And it had 6 games, Mario Party 3, and then 5 racing games. That Mario Party 3 is a terrible game. I did not understand it, but it works, whatever. It was on its own worth about 25 bucks. I was going to sell it separately. I just decided to do it all together, just get rid of it and just, you know, move it on quickly. Okay, so it all worked. It was just missing the AV cable, the one that plugs from this to your TV. So I could power it to the wall, but I couldn't actually hook it to the TV. So I ordered a cable that was $4.89, just some generic one on eBay, brand new. So I have about 25 in it, and I looked them up. I really thought it was going to go for about 100 to 120, but that's just not the price they were at right now. So I listed it about right in line with one that had just sold like a day or two ago, and I put mine at, I'm trying to remember now, I put it at $84.95 plus shipping, and I did best offer, and I put my best offer down to $79. Sometimes I'll do like a $5 leeway, $5 or $6 leeway, just so that if someone wants to do a little bit better deal, they could. And it also, I don't know, it just seems like, you know, if someone offers something and they're willing to take a little less, you might want to buy from them than from someone else with just like a set price. But anyway, the person bought it. I mean, it sold within 20 minutes or maybe 30 minutes, but it went quick. So they also paid $10.04. So in total, I believe that is $94.99, and I paid $20, plus I have about $5 in that cable, almost. So basically I will make, let's see, it went for about 85, and I have 25 in it. That'll bring me down to 60, and then I also have to pay about 13% off of the 95 it went for, so whatever that equals, like, what would that be, like $12 or something? So now I'm dropped down to 40, somewhere between $45 and $50 pure profit. So what I made off of that. So not as good as I thought. I thought I was going to make a lot more, but it's not bad, and it sold quickly. I mean, I listed it and it sold just like that, just bam, real quick. So that's not too bad. So anyway, I need to go ahead and get labels printed for these, and then get them over to the post office before they close. Well, I got everything mailed off yesterday and then overnight, and this morning I had a couple more sales. Nothing too great. Also, no local sales this week. First thing that sold is the little My Buddy overalls. I just got these this past weekend at a garage sale for free. They were in a box of toys. The lady told me all toys are free. So I was just digging through, seeing what I could find, and I saw these in there. Saw My Buddy. I thought, oh yeah, I remember that from when I was a kid. It's probably worth some money. And I looked it up, and the full My Buddy outfit, so that includes shoes, overalls, a striped shirt, and a baseball hat. We're going for like about $20, $25, somewhere around there. But most of them were red overalls. Okay, so the blue I think is a little less common. So anyway, I just grabbed these. But when I looked them up, I decided that maybe I could get somewhere around $12.95 to $14.95. And then when I took pictures, I realized there's a little loop on the side, and it is like ripped in half. So I went on the lower end at $12.95 with free shipping, and it sold in a day. So these definitely sell pretty well. So if you ever see these out there, you can get a little bit of money out of them. So I have no money in it. Sold for $12.95 with free shipping. Super lightweight. It'll probably be about $2.66 to ship out. So that's not too bad at all. Okay, next item I just picked up this past weekend also, I believe. And this was at a garage sale. I mentioned I went to this sale before. I bought bird clocks last time I went there. This week I went there. She had these old reel-to-reel tapes. She had two that were brand new sealed, vintage, like recordable reel-to-reel tapes. And then there was also, I think, six or seven with different music on them. One was Elvis. There was a Nancy Sinatra and some other stuff like that. I divided them out, and the ones that sold first is the two blank ones. Here we go. I got two of these. They're still factory sealed. BASF 1800 Studio Series. I looked these up, and they were selling, like, I listed them yesterday or day before, and the day before that, just one sold for, I think, $19.95, if I remember. I think it went for about 20 bucks. And when I bought them at the garage sale that day, I saw that there was one that had sold for like, I don't know, around 15, maybe a little under. So I knew it had some value. So if I bought two of them, I could probably get about $30 or so out of them. And I paid $1 for this pair, and then I paid $1 for all the other ones that have, you know, Elvis and all that stuff on them. I have them listed, I don't know, I might have them a little too high, but these sold. I had them listed at $39.95 plus shipping. So, and they sold quickly, like within a day. So all in, the person paid $56.01 for two of these. So that is crazy. I paid $1 for these. They paid $56.01. So that's awesome. So really old, brand new media does sell well. So So anyway, that's all I have to ship out today, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that real quick. It's kind of raining, but there actually is a rummage sale going on today. I might go check it out just to see what they have. But I might just wait till tomorrow when I'm going around doing garage selling and all anyway. So I don't know. We'll see. But for now, I need to get these mailed out. Okay, so now it is Friday, and I did some garage selling this morning. And again, I wasn't really filming it. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. I was up late posting on eBay and things like that. Anyway, so I got a few hours of sleep. I go out today and I find really good stuff again. So it was definitely worth it, but man, I'm like really worn out today. Okay, so I had one eBay sale. It was a pretty good one. Not like mind-blowing, but not terrible. Pretty good. And this little box right here, it's that little Lomography Diana mini camera. And you're really not going to be able to see it here, but it's in the box. I'll have to show a picture. So it's just this little tiny 35mm camera that kind of does the film camera, and it does, I don't know, somehow it makes the pictures look kind of like old and faded, and I don't know, it's just kind of an artsy type camera, and it's just a little plastic thing. I don't know, I got it for let me double check. Yeah, I got it for $6 at Goodwill, I think. Goodwill or maybe Salvation Army. And anyway, I listed it. I thought it was going to go for like 40-something bucks, but it didn't. So I had dropped the price down a little bit to $34.95 plus shipping, and it finally sold. So it sold for $34.95 plus $10.28 shipping, which is a total of $45.23, and I paid $6. So it's not too bad. Pretty decent. Okay, so as far as things I found garage sailing today, it was interesting. The very first sale was right down the road. It was a neighbor, kind of. I mean, they're, I don't know, half a mile, well, maybe not, between a quarter and a half mile way down the road. So I don't know their name, didn't recognize them, but anyway, they had a yard sale, so I went and checked it out, and it was all right. There's some stuff there that looked pretty good. I actually bought a couple things at the very end. The last couple things I saw were pretty good, so I grabbed them. So first one here, check this out. I got a GameCube. All right, so this is all I have though. I just have the cord to plug it into the wall, and the GameCube looks like maybe some type of memory thingy or something like that. I have no controllers. I have no cable to plug it into the TV. Also, it does have a game, and ooh, you know what? It has a couple of games. Interesting. Huh. They're both the same. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005. So anyway, this thing is pretty dusty. I'll have to clean it up. I don't know how to test if it works or not. I mean, I guess I can plug it in, see if it turns on. That would be helpful. But maybe I'll go ahead and buy a cord for it, and then I don't know. I'll just have to see how much it goes for. I'm not really sure. It might be worth going ahead and kind of building it out so someone can actually play it, get a controller, get a cable, or I might be able to just sell it as is. Anyway, best part, I only paid $1 for this thing. That's awesome. That's why I grabbed it. So I have never ever played GameCube. This is the first time I've ever seen one in person, and I got it for $1. So I thought that was pretty cool. And if it works, it'll be good. I have no idea what it's worth. I didn't even look it up. I just know that everything GameCube I've had so far has sold pretty quickly. So I imagine the console will do really well. Okay, at that same sale, I found this. Now it was very under the radar, just this box, but when I opened it up, I thought it was pretty interesting. So this is actually a vintage slide rule. Picket slide rule. It has the manual, it has some other rulers in there. So, I don't know, I thought this was pretty cool. I mean, pretty legit here. Again, it was only $1, and there are some pretty nerdy people out there that are into this kind of stuff. I looked them up. There was one that sold, well, several that sold, but there was one I saw that sold, I believe it was for $39.95 or $40, somewhere around there, and it might have had free shipping, or I don't remember, but anyway, it didn't have the box or anything like that. It also was just the big slide ruler. It didn't have instructions. It didn't have the smaller one. So this could be quite a bit more. So I think it's definitely $30 and above, but it could be 40 something, maybe close to 50 bucks. I got it for $1. So that yard sale, I spent $2, and I mean, I'm not sure that just the console is 50 bucks, but it's got to be at least 30 or 40. So I got what, $80, $90 for a $2 purchase price. So that's not too bad. Okay, so when I left there, I decided to go up the road because I saw a sign that there's another sale here in our little town. And I went there and found this jacket. So they had a really big sale. It looked good. There just wasn't anything I really wanted until I saw this. And check this out. So first thing is it's like a 90s windbreaker, which always does really well, nylon windbreaker. And you don't know if it's really going to show. You have to be in just the right light, but this is like a metallic green. Okay. And then, I mean, check out that graphic, the big eagle. But what really caught my attention was surf style. I've sold one of these before. If you remember, it was in the video quite a while back. I bought it last fall. It was this shimmery purple color. It was purple and silver, but in the right light, it turned pink, it turned green, it turned all kinds of colors. Really cool color changing type jacket. And that last one and this one were both one size fits all. So it must have been how they made their jackets. They're pullovers, but this one has the big eagle graphic on it. Only issue with this one is at the top of the surf style logo, the thread come loose. So I'll just cut that off and then just mention that in the listing. But anyway, the person that had this sale was really into the little trinkets and tchotchkes of, you know, like not werewolves, of wolves howling at the moon and like dream catchers. And imagine like a whole bunch of that stuff at the garage sale, and then also other things, baby clothes and all that. So it kind of makes sense that they were totally into this like eagle look. But anyway, I think this could do really well. So I don't really know the value. Also, I paid 75 cents for this. So it's got to be at least 30 bucks. But man, I think I can shoot more because it's just so unusual. Maybe I'll go really high. Maybe I'll see if I can try to get $60 out of it or something like that. I think if that patch was not messed up like that, I could probably get it. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll try about 60, and it could be crazy money, or maybe someone will pay it. I don't know. Maybe it only goes for 25 or 30. We'll see. Okay, so then I drove around some more, and I didn't find a whole lot of sales out there today, but the ones that when I actually found something worth buying, it was actually pretty decent stuff. So here's another one I got. Another jacket. This is a Reebok, a little bit older Reebok. I will have to clean it up a little bit. I just now noticed there's something right here. But anyway, it's pretty cool. It's got a hoodie that folds up underneath the bottom there. I don't know the age on it. I'm going to guess 90s, maybe early 2000s, but I would think probably 90s. But pretty cool color scheme. Got the big pocket up front, blue, and this dark red and black. Man, I just now saw that. Oh, that'll come off. Okay. But anyway, this was $1, I think. Let me double check. Where did I hit? Yes, $1. Okay, so I think that this is a $30 to $45 jacket, somewhere around there as well. So I like these nylon jackets. They do really well. A little bit under the radar. And let's see. Okay, I have two more things that I picked up today. This one is really awesome, and then the other one could be really awesome. I think it's interesting because I might play around with it for a little while, fix it up, and then sell it. Okay, so I went to another yard sale that was not on Craigslist. It was not on my app. It was not on Facebook. I just saw a sign, and I went and checked it out. It was some road I'd never been on before. I take that back. It was a road I didn't recognize, but once I got there, I realized I had been to a sale that was like 2 houses down or something like that. So anyway, I'm walking around. They had this really cool garage with like car parts and stuff like that, but none of it was for sale. The stuff outside, they had like a whole bunch of golf clubs and golf bags. I don't know anything about that. There was probably some good deals there. I don't know. That's something I need to look into. But one thing that caught my eye is I saw this. It said AT&T microcell. I was thinking, well, that's weird. Every AT&T microcell I've ever seen was those big white, gray, and orange ones, and I can usually get them for like $10 or less, usually $5 or less, and they sell for, without any untested, they're like 25, 30 bucks. If it has the box, they're like $75, something like that. So I saw this sitting there. It's a black one. It's smaller. It kind of had a similar number. This one is the SC DPH 154, and the last one I sold was a DPH 153, but it looked totally different. So I looked this up and I was blown away. Okay, so the comps on this are crazy. By the way, there was no price. I asked how much after I looked up the comps, and the lady was like, well, it does work. Everything's there except for the cable. We just had a really short little Cat 5 cable or whatever it's called. So we didn't include that because, whoever wanted to use it probably needs a longer one. And everything else is there. It worked. We just don't use AT&T anymore. but when we did use it, it really did boost our signal so we could use it out in the garage and all this kind of stuff in our basement. And anyway, how about $5? So I was like, oh, yes, $5. That would be awesome. So I paid them $5 and then left immediately. The comps on this are absolutely crazy. On the low end, I saw one that sold for like $85, but it like the average going price, there was all kinds of them that sold just yesterday. There was one that sold for $179. I saw one that sold for $200. There's another one that sold for $225. So I'm going to ask top end. They did not have that Cat 5 cable or whatever it is. And anyway, I found one at another garage sale for free. So I'm going to put that with this one. I'll plug it in, make sure it lights up, but it should. It looks like it's taken care of really well. And then I will ask $225 of free shipping. See if I can get it. I bet it will sell in a day when I do that. So I need to get this one pictured and listed today, and we'll see what happens. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, that was really awesome. Now I have one more item I picked up at, again, it was a neighborhood, or actually a road in a neighborhood that I've been to before that I've bought really amazing stuff that sold well. It was really dirt cheap. So when I saw they had a sale, I went and checked it out. It might have been the same house or it was their neighbor. It looked familiar, but I couldn't quite tell. But anyway, I'll go show you. It's a pretty interesting item. Okay, so here is the other item I picked up, which I thought was probably going to be a pretty good deal. So this is a Traxxas RC car. I don't really know anything about them, but I know it's a pretty decent brand. And they were only asking 20 bucks, so I figured it was a good deal. I tried to get it a little cheaper. You know, so it says remote control car, broken axle, works though. And the only thing I could test at the time was the remote. Definitely does turn on. And it's not actually a broken axle. I think it's a broken lower control arm on it. But anyway, I don't even know what this model's called or anything to look it up, so I don't know value. They were asking 20 bucks, and it was just two girls running the sale. And I tried to ask if I could get it cheaper, and then they ended up calling their brother or whoever it was that had it, and to see if he would go lower than that, and he didn't want to. And then I asked if he would take 15, and then he ended up agreeing at $18. So I saved a whole $2, but oh well. And it has some extra parts. So it has the battery charger, and then the remote, 4 other tires that are way more grippy than what's on there now. I guess these are for dirt and grass, and the ones on there now, I mean, that almost looks like a sand rail tire. I'm not really sure what you use that for. And then those are grippy, but you can tell they've used them on the road quite a bit, and probably spinning and peeling out and stuff, so it's really worn down. But anyway, it's got the extra body as well. So I got it for 18 bucks. The one issue though, before I could ever test it out, I want to see if I can maybe fix this, and that is this right there. So, I mean, that's the axle there, and it's not broke, but the control arm is. But it looks like a pretty easy fix. There's a screw there, a screw on the shock, and then there's a screw where it joins the other one, and then the wheel comes off with a, looks like a lock nut. So that shouldn't be too hard to repair. So I'll see if that's something I can buy. And I did notice that the whole underframe is plastic, so it kind of makes me think that maybe it's a little bit slightly lower end Traxxas. I would imagine their good ones are probably aluminum or who knows, even carbon fiber or something like that. So I don't know too much about it, but it's way more legit than most RC cars I see around here, so it should be pretty decent. And for 18 bucks, it's got to be worth a lot more than that. I don't know how much, and I don't know if it's worth just selling it as is or if I need to repair it or what. So I'll have to look into it, but I imagine a bare minimum, it's got to be 40 or 50 bucks at least. So I don't know, we'll see, but I'll probably try to fix it up first and then play around with it, make sure it works, and then sell it. All right, so it's been a while since I've had a local sale, but someone's finally coming over to buy this trunk table I made. And if you remember, it was really rusty, and I cleaned it up, and then I clear coated it, and I added the hairpin legs to it, and it turned out pretty cool. I think I paid $15 for it when I bought it. And I had it listed. I was trying to get like 150. It didn't happen. I dropped it down 125, then dropped it down to 100, and then someone offered me 60. I told them I'd do 80, and they agreed. So it's going for a whole $80, which is all right, but man, not near as good as I thought it was going to go. So anyway, hopefully they'll show up in a few minutes and buy it. All right, so the guy come by and just bought that little table for 80, so I made $65 on that. And now someone's asking to come buy this Coleman cooler slash heater that you plug into your car. I think it holds up to 9 cans. I got it for $3 at a garage sale. I was trying to ask $20, which is the price on eBay. Someone offered $15, so I decided to take it. All right, so the weekend is now over, so I can kind of show you all the sales and kind of the wrap up. So that trunk table sold, like I showed you, for 80 bucks. I paid 15. I did some work to it. I made $65. It's less than I thought it was going to go for, but the person was really happy with it, and I was happy that it was gone. Also sold that little Coleman mini cooler slash heater thing for 15. I paid 3, so I made 12 on that. That was all right. And I'm still stuck on those tables I bought last week. They were terrible buys. I shouldn't have bought them, but oh well. And I had a few eBay sales as well, so let me show them to you. First one here is a pair of Levi's, dark blue denim Levi's. These are number 541. I can't remember exactly what they're called, but they're an athletic fit, which means they have like bigger built legs for guys that work out. You know, with all the CrossFit and all that kind of stuff hot right now. I guess guys are, you know, getting bigger legs, so Levi's is making jeans that fit them. And anyway, I think they might have a little bit of stretch to them as well. But anyway, those sold. Not as high as I thought, but not too bad. I paid $4.50 at Goodwill. I was kind of experimenting. I thought maybe they were going to go for like 40 bucks or something like that, but they didn't. I eventually dropped the price down, and when I bought them, I had a dark pair and a light pair. I really thought the dark pair was going to sell first, but they didn't. The light one sold a few months ago. And I bought them, I don't remember when, sometime in the winter, so I've had them for several months. But anyway, I dropped the price down to $25 for free shipping. They finally sold. So they sold for $25 free shipping. They fit in a padded flat rate bubble mailer, which is $6.90 to send it anywhere. So that on top of the $4.50 plus some eBay fees and PayPal fees. When it's all said and done, probably a little under 10 bucks profit, something like that. So not super great, but whatever. Okay, next item here is pretty interesting. I just listed it today, and within 30 minutes it sold. Maybe 20 minutes. It went quick. Okay, I might have to show a picture. This is, yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to see that. I have it all bubble wrapped up. But this is a PlayStation 3 Guitar Hero Gibson Les Paul controller. So it is the black guitar. And what's cool about this one is that the neck actually comes off the guitar, so you can you know, put them side by side and fit in a smaller box like this for shipping. Anyway, I got this one at a garage sale for $3. I had another one I got for $3. I think maybe at Goodwill or something. No, $6 at Goodwill, and that one sold for like $32.95 with free shipping. So I was not looking that forward to this one. I was like, you know, only $30. I was hoping it was going to go for more. Well, when I listed it today, there's one that just sold for $39.99. So I did the same thing. Fit in this box. I had it all, you know, pre-weighed, pre-measured, all that kind of stuff. Put it up for $39.99 free shipping, and it sold quick. Like I said, a few minutes, within half an hour or so. So that's pretty good. I don't know what shipping's going to be. I'm going to assume somewhere between $7 to $10. I guess it depends how far it goes. Maybe even 12 bucks. So I don't know. I'll probably make 25-ish, something like that on there. I'm not exactly sure. It's probably about 25. Okay, this last sale here is really cool. I just picked it up this weekend. I listed it as soon as I could, and it sold. All right, so this is the AT&T microcell made by Cisco. I've sold several AT&T microcells, but they're the bigger white and orange and gray ones. I guess it's a little bit older model. This is a little bit newer. It's worth way more money. Plus it had the box. It has everything in there. It was missing the yellow Ethernet cable or Cat5 cable, or whatever you call it. But I found one at another garage sale for free, so I included it with it. I only paid $5 at a yard sale for this. I looked up comps and they were crazy. They were going for $179, $200, $220. Then that was ones that had sold, and when I went to list this ones, the ones currently listed, there was one that was like $200 plus shipping, but it was an auction format and it still had like 5 days to go. And then the next one was way up at like $275 or something like that. And then there was others that were crazy high, like $498, $798. I'm thinking that people that had it priced at that kind of price probably had a good listing that was getting action, so whenever they find these, they drop the price back down. It's kind of like a placeholder on eBay. I've heard people doing that. I don't know if that's what they're doing or if they're actually selling them for that, but I was just looking at sold comps, and solds were only like going up to about $220, $230 and lower. So what I decided to do was to try to push that a little bit. So I put it at $244.95 with free shipping. And then it got people sending me messages. Hey, I'd give you $200. Would you sell it to me for $200? Hey, is it not not unregistered, but anyway, you have to look at the serial number and call up AT&T, and then they'll let you know if you can use it, or if you have to, like, you know, take your account off of it or whatever. Can't remember the word, but anyway, they were asking me things like that. So I just let them know. I was like, hey, the serial number's on the bottom. If you want to call and find out yourself, you can. And then I kept getting messages, you know, hey, would you sell it for $200 or whatever? So I dropped I dropped the price. I kept the price at $244.95, but I added a best offer down to $220. And after I did that, like in 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes, it sold. So I'm waiting on payment. That's the only issue. I gotta wait for it to get paid before I can send it out. That was a great turnaround. Bought it Friday and it sold today, Monday morning, for $220 with free shipping. So I don't know what it costs to ship out. It's not that heavy. I'm gonna guess maybe $10, maybe 12 if it goes really far. So that'd be a great turnaround. I'll make, I don't know, after fees and all that, probably, I don't know, $175, $180, maybe somewhere around there. And it's not too bad. So anyway, I need to go ahead and get these ready to ship out, except for that one. I have to wait till I get payment. I've made that mistake before, so I don't want to do it again. But anyway, I'll get these shipped out, and then anything that sells the rest of today and the rest of the week will be in the next video. So anyway, if you like these videos, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. That really helps. Also, leave a comment of what you think. If you thought any of these finds were pretty cool, let me know. And then also, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that to keep up with more of these videos. So anyway, thanks for checking it out.